Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Casual706 here, back with another Transformers unboxing / review. Today I'm covering Transformers Deluxe Class, Power of the Primes, Terracon, BLOT. So taking a real quick look at the packaging, first of all, we see that the Walmart representative was wrestling with the box, and I would say that he won the bout against the box. Luckily, I'm not concerned about the condition of the packaging. I'm just worried about the toy that's inside. But looking at the packaging, as always, we got some cool artwork of BLOT up in the top left-hand corner, Transformers going up the right side, Transformers Generations in the top right-hand corner. We got Terracon BLOT and Deluxe Class in 4 different languages, ages 8+ in 3 different languages, and the Hasbro logo. And of course the toy itself and his weapons. Now around to the back of the package here, we have a couple of product placement shots from Hasbro showing some of the Power Masters here. We got Quintus Prime, Megatronus, and Solus Prime. Now right here it says it's going to take about 8 steps to change BLOT from his robot mode into whatever kind of monster he is. Right here they're showing a little Power Master armor gimmick that can be displayed either on his back or on his chest like that. And in the top left hand corner we got a real quick bio for BLOT. It says, how will the foul Terracon foot soldier wield the power of the primes? Alright, so since we took a look at the packaging, we're going to go ahead and bust this open and get to the good parts. Alright, so out of the package, first of all, we do get these little art cards. Art card just has an extended view of the same artwork that was on the cover of the package there, showing BLOT in his monster mode, charging at something, shooting fire off of his weapon on his shoulder there. And around to the back of this here. On the back it says Megatronus BLOT, and it reads, incapacitates entire cities with his horrible stench. So he's got a real bad gas problem, I guess, when he has Megatronus BLOT combined with him. Now, of course, they're also going to come packaged with instructions. The instructions are going to be dual-sided, showing how to change him from his monster to robot mode and vice versa. And it's also going to be showing how to change him into the limb mode for Abominus or whichever Gestalt you choose to combine him with. Alright, since BLOT is a remake of a G1 1980s toy, I figured I'd bring in the original one to kind of make some comparisons with him. Now, of course, it's going to have a lot more articulation than the original one did. Back in the 80s, the toys were real stiff. They didn't have any kind of leg movement at all. The hands just move forward like that. Just a real blocky kind of figure here, kind of. Now, my toy is actually missing an arm here. It had him in storage. So I believe that the arm might have popped off in storage, or I can't remember. I might have purchased him without an arm. I don't know. But anyway, that's what you got there as far as the G1 toy. Now, making a real quick comparison with the weapon, you see they did kind of keep the weapon the same there. Looks very similar, a little more detail in the new version that came with this BLOT, but it is basically the same weapon here, like that. Alright, now, real quick with these weapons, the weapon is displayable in his hand. He's got a little 5mm port right here. And just stick the gun in his hand and he'll be able to display it like that. Now the face sculpt is a lot more detailed than it was back in the 80s, as you can see. He actually has a face this go around. Back in the 80s he just had a little silver visor and it was a plain purple face. So I'm going to go ahead and put that off to the side. We'll look at this figure since this is way cooler. Alright, now the little prime armor / hand thingy, it's got a little plastic placeholder here. This isn't actually a prime master. It's just a little filler plastic piece, but you just stick it right in the hand. You can actually put Power Masters or Titan Masters in this, like to ride on his back or something, or you got a little 5mm port right there in the chest, so you just take the peg on the back of the hand prime armor and click it right into there. And that's going to be a way to display that. Now, also worth mentioning, there's a little ports up on the top here, so if you wanted to, you could make this like a shoulder blaster. You could put it in either one of these 2 ports right here, the little red ports right there. And that would be your methods for displaying weapons on him in his robot mode. Now bring him closer and give it a little swing around. See, he's got the little fake heat rub faction symbol right there. With the G1 ones, you actually held your finger on it and it would heat up and show the Decepticon symbol. Age has kind of been rough on this one, so it isn't really doing well, but that's how they work back in the days. Articulation, he's got dual shoulder joints, so you can kind of lift the shoulder up a little bit. There's also a ball joint right there, so you'll be able to rotate the arm all the way around. He's also going to have a ball joint at the elbow, so you'll be able to rotate that around. And then the hand is just going to be pre-molded with a little 5mm port in it. So you're not going to get any finger articulation out of him per se. And he's got these real cool little Freddy Krueger kind of blades on him, on his hand there. His head is going to have a full range of rotation as well. You'll be able to spin that around. That's on a ball joint. The little port for the prime armor can be closed up, showing another Decepticon symbol there. Then at his legs, he's got ball joints on the legs, so you can get some high kicks kind of out of him. Down at the thigh, you got a little swivel point, so you'll be able to rotate that around. And he's also going to have that knee joint right there, so you can get some pretty cool poses out of him. But all things considered, compared to the 80s version, this is way cooler than it was. A lot more articulated, a lot more detailed. I really like the Terracon figures. They did a good job with them. Alright, so since we looked at that, we're going to go ahead and change this guy into his monster mode, if you will. We're going to bring the monster thing right over top of the head here. It's just going to come right over the top. Maybe not. Yeah, it's like that. Then we take this little thing right here, raise it up over his back. Well, I guess we're going to tab the legs together, and then we're going to pop them up onto the back. So that's how that goes. You get them up on the back there. Then the little monster legs can fold down. You're going to untab it from the back of the leg there, folds down. And then the arms, take the little robot hands, you're going to fold them into the arm. You're going to do the same thing with that one, fold it in. And then he gets these nice little claws. So that's what you get there with his little monster mode. Now articulation with the monster mode, you got some ratchet swivel joints here. So you can kind of spread his legs out, and that's going to be on both legs. They kind of ratchet out like this, like a frog. So you can get them up, forward, and backwards. They actually would rotate all the way around if it wasn't for the arms being in the way. Now the arms, you're going to have the same articulation you had in the robot mode, because these are the robot arms. You just folded the hands in to get the claws. So you can get full rotations out of the arms, either one of them. Still going to have the elbow articulation and a little ball joint to swivel the arm around if you wanted to. Now to display the weapons, if you want to, you can take the gun, and you got a little 5mm port on the side right here. You just peg it into that little purple thing that's standing over his shoulder. So he gets a nice shoulder blaster there. And then with the prime armor, you can take it right here. You got a little 5mm port on the back. So you just take the little peg on the prime armor here, and it pegs into the leg. So that's how he can display the prime armor on the back. Then, like I was saying, you can actually take Titan Masters or Prime Masters and sit them in the little prime armor back here. So you could have one of those riding on him in his robot mode. All right, now to do the limb modes real quick, should be pretty easy. In fact, we're halfway there with the arm mode at least. You just fold the legs off of the back there. The legs are going to have some little tabs right here and on the inside of the leg. So you just peg that in there. Then the foot is going to fold up to the back. It's also going to have tabs right here. So you just click that in there and make sure they're clicked to the side of that. Then we will swivel his waist like that, because you'll get a better bend out of it. If you do it this other way, it's not really, oh yeah, I guess it would. These little kneecap things are kind of going to block it. So I guess if you're going to do an arm mode, I would advise with the legs facing backwards like that. Now we'll fold the little purple thing down, get the gun out of the way, and we're going to put this monster head to the back. Then we're just going to take his arms here. It says to turn them to the back like this. And they should tab in right under there. It'll just tab in facing to the back. We're going to do the same thing with that arm. Spin it around. That little tab right there is going to go into that tab. And there's that. So the arms are out of the way. And we're just going to take the head and click it back. And that's going to give us our little combiner port right there. And once we're done with that, I guess we could go ahead and bring the monster head up, kinda. Nah. I think you just leave the monster head on the back there, like that. And then you take your little prime armor, flip the peg out to the back end of it, and then we're gonna fold both of the thumbs in, reach right here, pull his little fingers out, and then we plug it into this port right here. So voila, there he is in his arm mode. We'll face the arm the right way. So that's how he's going to look when he's in his arm mode, to be combined with Abominus or whatever just alt you choose to do. Now the weapon, you can just kind of stick it anywhere, I guess, in the limb mode. We could do it like that if we wanted to, or whatever. Or he could actually hold it in the hand if you wanted to. So that's what's up with the arm mode for BLOT. All right, now to do the leg mode, we're just gonna fold it, pull this little connector tab all the way up here. You're gonna keep the arms and everything the way they were. Pull the hand off for a quick second, and we're gonna open up these legs like this. And the legs are just gonna kind of collapse onto themselves like that. And then you close them up like that. Now the legs should tab in again, just like they did when we had them in the arm mode there. Tab into the side, like. There is your leg mode. Now you actually get feet, you get little foot pegs that come with Hunger and the other Voyager class combiners. So you just stick the foot into the bottom there, and that little tab right there is going to connect to whatever just alt you choose to put them on. All right. So that would conclude my unboxing / review for Transformers Deluxe Class BLOT. If you guys liked the video, be sure to click the like button. Also, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any Transformer unboxings or cool videos in the near future. And please leave me a comment. It's always a lot more motivational to do these things when people are commenting and giving you feedback on the videos. Plus, I'd love to make some new friends and see what you other collectors are into. So, with all that said, again, I appreciate the view, guys. Casual706, out.